your new Toyota Starlet Cross. Own it.
It is TV powered by World Sports Betting. It is Times of CEO. Please make sure you subscribe to iDiski TV. Kaizer Chiefs have won the Nedbank Cup for the first time, a trophy in 10 years. So well done, congratulations to Kaizer Chiefs. Not a great game, very tense, but Kaizer Chiefs are the deserving winners. If you look at the last 25 minutes of that game, you could see or sense the swing in momentum. Not that it was in Paris' favor, but it was up and down, up and down, up and down. And then towards the last 30 minutes, with the changes being made, you could kind of see that Orlando Pirates was in trouble and Chiefs wanted it a little bit more. So well done to Kaizer Chiefs. Tso Vilakazi, he predicted that Kaizer Chiefs would win. Of course, I'm sure to the sadness of Orlando Pirates fans because he's a Pirates icon. He also spoke to Shabalala, who was one of the protagonists, one of the stirrings, if you will, of tonight's game. He spoke to him at some point this week. Mr. So-and-so, thank you very much for joining us. What did you say to Shabalala?
Mr. Ngibulisa wena mfethu.
Yes, sir.
Ngibulisa chairman, ngibulisa Stizi.
Ngibulisa
Lindo Mkwena, ngibulisa namakhaya. Ngicela support njalo iDiski TV. Ngizobe nje njalo ngijike futhi.
Yes, sir.
I'm a coach for life.
Good team enkulu. The biggest team in the country.
We are using the word ayishintshile. Yeah, kubandila ngapha.
It's gunshots and celebrations. It's a pity we are in the suburbs, so we can't hear all of that. But if it's the case, gunshots and everything and music and all of that. What did you say to Mdu Shabalala? He affected the game positively when he was brought in. Eshe to Priya as well. What did you say to him?
Mr. Geo, you know, I just said to him, boy, you just need to be yourself in the game and do what you can do best. You know, I know it's hard. Sometimes you'll find you want to try something, but it's not working. But what is important is that when an individual contribute, even if you don't even assist, but come with a plan. Because at the end of the day, when you've got the ball, the decision comes from you, not from whoever does want to open up for you, or maybe keep or whatever the case may be. But when you are in action, you've got the ball, so you need to make the right decision. So, and then you say, because sometimes you need assist and you don't get it. Unfortunately, as a professional player, when you're in that position, you need and then keep what we are good at and show us lapaya. And Tina, we can see what the boy is trying. He doesn't have support, he's trying. But if you are not trying, then you are as good as dead. And
what did you think of his cameo appearance?
Oh, Mr. Kewu. He came in, well done, boy. Well done, boy. And this is what we want to see from you. To say, yes, there's no movement. By when self, you try something. And I thought they lost that action, actually. A minute, Magatelela back, I thought they've lost the action. But, it happens that he went to Tipura, always back, and, captain. We always hammer you, Fanagit. And unfortunately in football, that there's the wrong and right that you are doing in the field of play. And we'll talk about the good things. We're going to talk also about the bad things. And I will say this finale is for you. Well done. You came to the party at the right time, at the right moment, where everyone achieves, was looking at you, and you saved the team from all the drama that was happening around, for the past 9 years, going to the 10 year now. But you came to the party and said, look, I'm raising my hand to say we're going to get this. And here, the team won.
Let's look at Orlando Pirates. What was their contribution to this game? Their main stars, Relebohile Mofokeng, Mohang Kota, Patrick Maswanganye, usually will get them out of trouble, even if they're playing a mild, poor game. Many finals that we've watched with Orlando Pirates, of course, the dominant narrative is always about who wins. So the victor, the one who wins, tells the story, makes the most noise. So even if Jose Rivero plays a nonsense game and he gets away with it, it's difficult for us, the voices of reason, to say, wait, hold on a minute, you were not dominant in the midfield. Why are you playing a striker who is a liability? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Oksalayo swinile. And that's there's no comeback from that level of ignorance. Oksalayo swinile. And it happens to any team in this country. Tonight, their lack of a ball-playing midfield shows itself because they needed to dominate the game. They did not. And unfortunately, the three players that usually get them out of trouble were also not in the game.
Mr. Ngeo, one, I'm disappointed with the way Paris played the final. I'm not going to talk about Indaba Makgopa, Mr. Ngeo, because you know, our people, I don't know, they're sometimes getting confused of a player that scored a goal. Now they think he's doing a very good job. You know, I always say, Umakgopa, he's not doing enough for the team. And they keep on playing him every now and then there's nothing else we can do. We just have to watch him playing. A player that every time comes in and does his primary job perfectly. He always, like, not an excuse for him to play every time. He came in now under pressure, but it's okay. I was so disappointed with Fukeng, Nkota, Tito Maswanganye. They didn't come to the party. They didn't show hunger. They didn't show that really they want this final. They want it more than anything else. Yes, as much as I also blame them, but when I look around the team itself, Van Rooyen played very well. Woto did very well. The two centre backs, look.
As always.
Those guys, they did very well. I can't falter them.
Mbogazi,
Even in the
Sibisi, as always.
You know, sometimes we just need to be honest in everything to say the defense today, for me, well done, boys, you did very well. Unfortunately, is that you cannot do everything alone, because if I can question now to say, where was a defensive midfielder when Umati scored that goal?
That was my question too.
So, you know, mawubonisa lezo zinto lezo kuba ngathi une problem with the team, because for me, I will always say, one, midfielders, defensive midfielder is a link between the defense and attacking midfielders and the striker. But now, if defensive midfielders, they can't link between the defense and the attacking midfielders, what is your role doing? Okay, one, I understand the role of McKetlin, because I believe if McKetlin was still in the field, Umati was not going to get that chance, because McKetlin was playing right in front of the defense, closing that space. But now McKetlin was out. Who was supposed to sit in that role of McKetlin? Because of now it's open, direct. That's where Umati capitalized to say, I'm going to go in there, and we went in and scored a goal. And the service to Ulonduzana was not there, to Tito. The service to Nkota and Mfukeng was from first half. I didn't see him in the game. I'll be honest. He was not in the game in the final. Mfukeng Nkota tried it there and there, even when he took some decisions, some stupid decisions where it was 2v1 between him and Nolontuzana and Tito. I was supposed to roll it to Tito up and Lapana, but he made the wrong decision. Overall,
you're talking about Mufukeng, you're saying you didn't see him.
Yeah.
Is that based on supply, or he just had an off game?
No, I think it was, you know, both they play part. He was not in the game, but for him not to be in the game, obviously, because of the supplier. So the supplier was not there, because, you know, Mr. K, when you utola is supplier and misuse the ball, then it's something else. But now you don't get a supplier. There's nothing that really did to in the final. And yeah, for me, I would say the midfielders going up front, they were not in the game. Only the defense that they were in the game.
What does this mean for Kaizer Chiefs, for the management, and for the future of Coach Nabi?
Mr. Kehu, you know, it's so funny. The funny thing is this. Unabi won the trophy. It's going to be difficult for management, the Kaizer Chiefs, to release Unabi.
But it's their job.
It's their job.
The management
to decide.
is not regular, ordinary South Africans.
Yeah.
Ordinary South Africans don't have to make decisions that are too drastic or life-changing or consequential. They just have to decide, do I buy bread tonight? Is my children, let me wipe. Ordinary South Africans don't have to make difficult decisions. It takes 17 randi. Okay, do I have it or I don't have it? We are born for the ordinary South African. They can't even understand deep things. Not even deep things, but just above the surface things. But the management is not supposed to be an ordinary person. They're supposed to look at this in the bigger scope of the picture, which includes the league form. And they're supposed to say, June and July is pre-season. That will belong to one coach or another, whether it's Nabi or another coach. Do we give it to this one? Plus, whoever we bring in with the players in the transfer market. Pre-season is 2 months. The transfer market is somewhere between 5 to 10 million. 2 months plus 10 million rands that you give to someone. And then plus messing up the season if Nabi is going to mess up the season. So it's their job. If we carry on with this guy, is he going to help us now? Your other club, Manchester United, did the same mistake last year. They were stupid. They were being stupid. They got caught up in the euphoria of winning the FA Cup, and they continued with Ten Hag. They didn't even just continue. They gave him a 2-year contract, which cost them over 15 million or 10 million because they fired him after 3 months. So, as a management, you have to decide, what do you do with that coach? You must open your eyes. Don't drink alcohol. Don't drink, and unfortunately with the management, I'm sure some of them will indulge, but you must open your eyes. The best amongst us in this world, you don't drink alcohol, you make the right decision in the most difficult pressure. Because you've just won now, make the right decision. Whether it's to keep him or not, it's your decision to make. I'm not saying they must fire him or not fire him. I'm saying in moments like this, you have to make the right decision for the future of the club.
Unfortunately, Mr. Nkeo, they will keep him. I understand how they work, how they think. Bafuna into zabo zihambe kanjani. One, we win a trophy, they will keep him and say, we win a trophy, we're giving you a chance, build your team for next season. Ufunan. Then they will try and carry him whatever. Because now also he's got power now ukuthi manje usazokwazi ukukhuluma ukuthi uwinile manje ukuthi ngifuna striker bani, ngifuna midfielder bani, ngifuna defender bani, ngifuna goalkeeper bani for me to give you a better team next season. They're not going to chase him. He's not going to go, Mr. Nkeo. That one, let's just
would that be a good decision?
For me,
would you keep him?
No. For me, gone, done. It's done.
Why?
You had a pre-season, Mr. Nkeo. We're not talking about a small team. We're talking about a big team. You had a pre-season. Two, for me, the product that we are selling to us, I may be attractive to any people who doesn't. It Chiefs, yes, they're losing. But this is the type of football that they're playing. You know, they've got these exciting moves that they do with patches now. But when you watch Chiefs playing, each and every game, I'm trying to find out and see what is the strength of Nabi. Unabi Mauti Nabi, what type of football? Show us the type of football. Each and every game is totally different. So it's like, I don't know whether it's confusing us or himself is confused with the type of football that he wants Chiefs to play. So he's not like Coach Dance. Coach Dance, you can see with Coach Dance, you can see ukuthi umsebenzi wakhe yini. But uNabi angiboni mina football eChiefs ukuthi ngizothi does he bring the best out of abo Shabalala or abo Modi or abo Serino? You know, there must be something, Mr. Nkeo, ukuthi the whole season at least there's 1 or 2 players that I did something. You know, he didn't have confidence. You know, I came in, he had confidence. Now he's a better player. Chiefs is a big team. It's not just a team. It's a big team. That's why it was going for 10 years without a trophy. Any team, I mean, how many teams was the Caribbean win a trophy?
They're not the only one here.
Yes,
but because now, they're the biggest team in the country.
Yes. So it means a lot for Magabala Chiefs. We must see.
Yeah,
but for me,
before I let you go, Jose Rivero, I'm sure he has 3 matches left with Pirates.
Yeah.
He's already announced that he's leaving.
Yeah.
Does this mean anything to his legacy at Pirates? Is he going to be remembered less? Because, of course, in football, it's all about what have you done for me lately. Yeah. It's all about what did you do the last. It's not. He can't say I won you the MTN 8 at the beginning of the season in September, even though he would be right by saying that. But football is always what have you done for me lately. People are always looking forward, as if history did not happen. Will he be dented by what happened tonight?
Yeah, Definitely. Ingene incwadini Mr. Nkeho. It's going to be in the books ukuthi i-Chiefs when they were supposed to nge 20 zaka May kube 10 years straight ehlangene without a trophy. When you decided to give them, because I will put it in that manner. He decided to give the Chiefs because with the quality now, I mean, on paper,
Pirates are better than Chiefs.
Gakulu. But you decided to give them. So, yeah, it's going to dent him, Mr. Keo, based on the history between Chiefs and Pirates and Chiefs itself. They've been years not winning a trophy, and then they've won the trophy. You gave them a trophy when I chose it. So, yeah, it's going to dent
Would it be fair for people to say that?
No. No. He has done a very good job, Mr. Keo. Besides losing now and losing in the Champions League semi-final, for me, he did a very good job at Pirates. I mean, if you can look at the lineup at Pirates, the starting 11, you can check, Mbogazi, check Mfukeng, check Nkota. You could see this player, he brought these young boys. And when you look at Mbogazi, for me, he just made a huge difference in that defense. We were crying on the Honda is out injured. We cried again, was Sesana out injured. But yeah, the boy. Why? The boldness of the coach to say, I'm going to put this boy. Because from nowhere, he gave this boy, and the boy did very well. I'm a coach for life!
What's the biggest team in the country?
There's one biggest team in this country.
Bigger than all of them.
Yeah, they know. You Mr. K, the whole week.
Bigger than all of them combined.
One team, if we show up, I tell you, how much is one team. Mr. K, they will tell you, one team. Yeah, but tell me how much is but this is the only team I got my ticket. So, sekuvalewa share remind ukuthi KZN mele bathole 30%, Pirates mele bathole how many percent. Ayithathile amakhosi because this is the biggest team in South African football.
There's no one bigger than them.
No, khona phela umuntu omdala phela yazi uba mdala mawumdala uhleli lapha phezulu awuthintwa wena. Ngapha phela sibakhulu ngoba ngithi sikhona ukumaketha ngendlela lezi zethu kugcwale kube nje yakho.
Can I tell you something interesting?
Yes, Mr. Keo.
Chiefs is bigger than all of the other teams combined.
Yeah, no. I agree.
Like they have more fans than Pirates, Sundowns, and everyone else combined.
Mr. Keo, this team, it's one team that they've got their loyal supporters. I mean, look at it's been how many years Banga win a trophy. But now when they said they're going to Durban, they're gonna get the trophy. Bega sold out within 24 hours, ticket gone because of how big is this team. For life.
There you go. Thank you very much, Mr. So-and-so. You predicted it yesterday, called it. Could have bet on it, actually, if you believed in it. Put your house in it. But then football is strange. Because Pirates is a better team, obviously.
Yes.
On paper, they never showed up. Well done to Kaizer Chiefs. Very important decision. This is not just to talk on YouTube. Very important decision that they need to make about that coach. I'll say that again. We'll revisit this part somewhere next season, because I'm sure they're going to keep Nabi. And then somewhere in November, we'll revisit this conversation. They have a 2-month preseason, 10 million to spend if they want to spend that, or even more, 20 million to spend in the transfer market. If you give that in the wrong hands, it might continue to another trophy drought, maybe in the next 3-year drought or 2-year drought, because it's abnormal. The 10 years was abnormal for a club as big as this. iDiskiTV Times was for betting. For breaking news, go to iDiskiTimes.co.za.
Shapunjan bafowethu igama lami uLindo Pep, the best analyst in the country. Please don't forget to subscribe to iDiskiTV. Tanko.
This is Bongane Tso Vilakazi, they call me Tso. Niyazi bafowethu, amakhosi for life, they are back in winning ways. Please, siyacela ukuthi subscribe iDiskiTV.